friends. Welcome back to our Plan With Me series. We are finally in April week. What is it? I'm a little bit out of place right now. So, week 3 of April. First off, what a long weekend. My toddler was sick, and I now feel sick, and then I had like a neck pain. It's just not becoming a fun week, but we are back in it to recording our Plan With Me series. I am so happy that not only do I get to use this washi tape again from Simply Gilded, but it's so cute. It allows me to use how I'm feeling this week, which is a little bit blue. On top of the toddler being sick and then the neck pain that I have, I'm just feeling all sorts of emotions. There's been a lot going on in my personal and professional life, and I am excited that there's opportunity to grow, not only with the skills that I have on my own, but also what comes from the work that we do on a daily basis. So, if you follow me on LinkedIn, you know that I am currently looking for a new job. I love being a data analyst, but there are obviously some things that I feel can go better, especially when it comes to the type of work that I'm interested in. And so there is a lot of talks about artificial intelligence. There's a lot of talks about just different IT tools that are happening, and I kind of want to get started on that. Um, Part of my background revolves around being director of an IT department, and I honestly want to get back to that fast paced environment. It was fun, it was exciting, and honestly, I just want to improve on the skills that I already have and learn something different. So, I will still encourage anyone that if you want to be a data analyst, definitely do that. I love doing this, and I still do this as on a contracted role. I'm still working at the same employer. So, but I am actively applying and interviewing, and I've had several interviews this past week. I actually got an offer as well, and so good things are happening, and I'm excited for that. But back to our Plan With Me series. It has been cloudy and rainy, and it's been great for my plants because I have been gardening. But yeah, so Monday, toddler stayed home. She was sick, and I know that I'm uploading this on a Tuesday because of that reason, but I realized that I need to get more uh Ibiza dot stickers from Cloth and Paper, so I'm probably going to set up an order this weekend. Especially because I hadn't realized that I'm actually running low on some of the stickers that I love and use all the time. But if you're new to this A5 planning, I highly recommend this. I guess the organizational tool that I use, which is I highlight the most important times that I know I have like a meeting or I want to do something. And then I'll go ahead and write down like just a quick snippet of what that actually is. So definitely use something that will be productive for you and your methods. As I mentioned, I'm a data analyst full time. I'm also a mom. So I add in everything and anything that is related to my day. And so, priorities, top priorities, you won't really see that much for this week just because my routine is just out of whack, honestly. I mean, I feel like I can speak for all moms out there that when your toddler is sick and then everybody in the home starts getting sick, it's like, all of your routine goes out the door. Um, so I'm going to reorder some stickers this weekend, and I'll let you all know what I ordered, and I'll probably do maybe like a unboxing once I get those. I also need to place an order for my B2 pens. So you can see that it's running kind of low and I need to stock back up. These are my favorite pens and they don't sell them in the stores anymore. So, I have to get used to that. And honestly, I need to find a new favorite pen. I just haven't had the time to really test many out. So that's probably what I'll also do when I have a break. So, because of the fact that there are some internal issues happening at my current organization, this is unrelated to me looking for a job, by the way. It has decreased the type of work that I'm currently doing with my Tableau dashboards, so I'm having to redesign them temporarily on Google Sheets, and that's kind of how we originally had it before. So it's not that big of a deal. But, this still messes up with your work routine as well. So having to figure out a second, or not second, but like a different way for people to be able to access the data that they need, even though IT is working in the back end for an internal issue. So I have actually a lot of free time on my calendar this week. And it's probably going to look like that within the next couple of weeks. And so I realized that I can use this time to learn more about some of the things that I'm curious to learn about. So I'm actually maximizing my SQL skills with DataCamp. And then I also am taking an AI course on Udemy, which actually has to do with ChatGPT and how I can use that mostly when it comes to programming and also with data science. And also the other course that I'm currently thinking about taking is project management with the Google certification. So I already have a lot of project management experience. So I don't think I feel I need to start at the very beginning, like that intro course. But if you are thinking about being a project manager and you already have those skills, you've done that. In my example, I've been a part of a lot of IT projects. And so even though I may not know like the right names for the methods, but I've used almost every single type of project management method. And I think I need to just hone in on the skills that I can learn about further. So, thinking about that one. I do have a couple of meetings this week, lots of check ins, especially with our internal issue. Lots of re dashboarding on Google Sheets. It's not taking a long time. It's honestly very calm, very slow. So I'm going to just have fun, take time, and probably work out of my couch because of the way that I'm feeling. And also, I do have my Bible study on Wednesdays, which is my favorite part of my Wednesday, aside from the data tacticals that we have. And then also, I have a check-in with another manager on Thursday. Lunch and learns are so fun. I have one for Smart Recruiters, and I do have my Smart Recruiters admin certification. So I'm always interested in learning what are some of the new things that, Smart Recruiters has. If you don't know what that is, it is an applicant tracking system. It's basically the system where people can apply on, and it takes all of your information. You can see all the job postings. Usually companies are the ones that have that type of ATS, and that's what they use to review their candidates, their candidate pipeline. So I own that system, and I always try to see what I can learn since I am the regional lead for my organization. I try to make sure that I have the best knowledge possible and provide that information to our talent leaders. So even though I am actively applying I'm still always giving my 150% at work. I am not that type of person to like steal company time or anything like that. Yes, I'll take my breaks and, especially my lunchtime. I used to take my lunches on my desk, and then it didn't really feel like I was taking a lunch, and I would like my mind would forget that, hey, you already ate lunch. And so now I've tried to incorporate where I actually set a timer on my Google Home so that I do not work and just catch up on my personal things. This is a great way for you to stay productive, or in this case, doing like a lunch and learn where you're not only just, taking a lunch, but you're learning something throughout that lunch. I don't like to be unproductive, y'all. So you're going to see that from me a lot, that even when I'm taking a little break, I'm still trying to learn something different or read or maybe do a quick Bible study or pray. And that's just the type of personality that I am, which is so funny because I was catching up with a colleague of mine last week, and they mentioned that they started taking medications for ADHD, and I was like, I don't think I need that. And they're like, no, you don't. You're a workhorse. So that kind of gives you a little bit of insight of the type of person that I am. So, yeah, very, very exciting that I'm back into my Plan With Me series. I'm also happy that I get to take some time off next week because I know that I may not want to stay in the education industry. I actually have a lot of time saved up, and one of the things that people don't realize is that in the state of Texas, you get to keep a lot of your PTO if it's a state hours. And I have a whole bunch of it. So knowing that I want to get into a different type of industry, I am going to try to take more PTO so that it doesn't just stay there, because I don't think I'll return to the education industry. Not for anything specific. Like I mentioned, I truly feel that this is very slow paced for me, and I really want to just get back into like the big projects. And so that's something that I'm looking into. But I have time off next week and I want to visit some family. I'll probably take more time off the following week. And yeah, so really just prioritizing self-care even when you don't necessarily want to. This weekend I am planning to stay home. I know usually like weekends we have something to do, but this weekend I just want to feed my animals, do breakfast, the breakfast that we always do, and then also just clean the home. I know I haven't done that in a while, especially since we've been out of service, but I want to make my toddler clean her room. I need to clean my room. I did wash laundry this past weekend, so that, I mean, obviously I needed to, but we need to prioritize like the deep cleaning of some of the rooms. And also, I am trying to redesign a chicken coop because my chickies that I have, which I should probably post something on social media, but they are getting big, y'all. They are way bigger. They're not little chickies anymore. And so that means that I need to find them a bigger place. The chicken coop that I have is just temporarily. And so, yeah, that's what I'll be doing this weekend, redesigning the chicken coop. But Sundays, my favorite day, we have Bible study, we have worship service, and honestly, this is just one of my favorite days. And so you'll see that this week is just very simple. It's not anything difficult. It's probably going to get filled with more information as the week goes by, as I always say, but I did want to take some time to review my monthly calendar, and so I'm just going to add in the time off that I have on the 28th until May 1st, so that probably will be at our next video. And then I'm also adding some of the interviews that I had this month so that I can also keep in mind and just, catch up with job opportunities that are available. And actually, I did get an offer I think I mentioned that, but I did get an offer this past week as well. And I'm still looking for the right position. And so we'll see how that goes. And then I'm just going to do a quick review on my monthly goals because I realized also that I hadn't done that. I wrote them down. I didn't have any home goals other than trying to budget extremely. Then I realized that I met all of my goals already, and that made me really happy. So I'm glad y'all plan with me. We'll see you next time.